Hey, what's Money Mastermind 2024? And is it for you? That's the two things that I want to answer in this video, wherever you're watching it. And they're really important questions so that you can understand whether you're missing out on something, whether you have FOMO, or whether actually you can have JOYMO and go, no, it's clearly not for me. It's not my bag. I don't need it. I'm sorted, which congratulations if that is the case. It's a big course and involves a lot. So if you're like, no, I've got this, that's epic. And so I'm going to start off with why this video is for you and why it's not for you, and then you can make that choice. So I was going to save you some time watching the whole thing. So I work with people over the long run. I am not a get rich quick coach. I am not a fix it coach. I am not going to promise you millions in 6 months. I am not going to charge you a fortune and just give you information and strategy and not help you get there. So I'm not for you if those are the things you're looking for. If you're looking for someone to take your problems away, if you're looking for a quick fix, if you're looking for get rich quick schemes, I ain't you. I'm just not for you. If you are looking for a tortoise, I'm for you. So in the tortoise and the hare story, I'm the tortoise. Although I got financially free at 32, I'm now 43. Although I got financially free by the time I was 32, it still took me 10 years. I didn't do it overnight. And it was a massive push and driver. And then there was all the next levels of wealth and success that came after that. So I believe in slow build. I believe in workability. I believe in having your whole life work. And I believe in money and happiness. So if you're looking for both and you're looking for stability and structure and a place to come where people get you and a place to deep dive into your life, what you're dealing with, what you're looking to achieve outside of the financial realm as well as the financial realm. And you might not get this explicitly, but if you have an inkling that you understand that finance is just one way of measuring how successful you are, I'm possibly the coach to work with. Our lives are made up of a huge amount, and it's not just money. And money is one measure that you can use to say, well, yes, I'm successful. I was successful at 32 and the rest of my life was a complete disaster. So I spent the next the last 13 years picking myself back up the floor. 30 was when I had a real complete life crash. And although my money was sorted, everything else was a nightmare. I was divorced. My brother had died in a cycling accident. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I left the chefing career, had a complete identity crisis, spent the rest of the time understanding about happiness, confidence, relationships, having great, deep friendships, having workability, not running away anymore, dealing with my childhood stuff. So this video is for you if you want to do that, the work that way. If you just want to get rich, like I said, this work isn't for you, and save yourself the bother, because I'm just going to piss you off by bringing you back all the time to how's your relationship, how are your friends, how are your children, how are your children that you'd like to have that you haven't got yet, how's your work going, how's your business, what are your dreams, what's your give back to the world. So Money Mastermind starts in February 2024. I run it annually, biannually, depending on what's happening in our community. And it's magic. I would say that. I'm trying to sell it to you, right? I'm telling you that, come along and work with me. And I have lots of clients who would happily speak to you. So if you want to hear from someone who's done the course, that might be more powerful than me explaining it. But I'm going to give you my version of why it's so great. And it came out of me getting financially free and realizing that my life was a complete mess. And then doing all the work, like I said, to have everything else work. And in doing that work, I learned a lot. I started helping people get financially free. I started seeing patterns about things that they were doing and not doing that worked and didn't work. And I've put this course together over, it's like 7 years now. I've run this course several times, and each year it gets better. It started off just ideas in my head and 5 amazing people who trusted me, who still work with me now and are on the cusp of getting financially free through my joint venture program. And now there's a book and there's videos and there's meditations. There's an actual physical book. There's, we've got it all going on. We've got all of the kind of the meaty, juicy content of it, plus the coaching calls, which have always been in existence. And what I do is I take people on a journey, and it's about your whole life. So you might be watching this going, I really need to sort my money out. Or you might be watching this as a coach or a therapist or a people helper or a community builder. Who else am I looking for? Organizational HR, going, I've got people that I want to help within my community. So there's two types of people that this course is for. One is you just want to get your shit together and take it to the next level. So you're kind of like, well, I'm doing okay, but I know there's more. I know that I could do better. I know there's some structural basics that if I had in place and had people around me doing the same thing, then I could get there faster. And the other people are like, you're working in an organization or a charity, or you're a teacher, or I'd love to work with I don't want to work with the foster children, but I'd love to work with people who work with foster children who can take this work, implement it in your own life, and then actually start to look at implementing this in your own organization. That's my dream of all of the years of been doing this. Those are the people I'm really looking for this time round, who can take this work out to more people, because now I know it works and I've tried and tested it and refined it over the years. It's a magic course if you're just coming on it for yourself, and it's an even magical course if you are a coach who wants some structure and some financial stability and a way of working with people that gives you a grounding and a structure that means you don't have to invent it. So you don't have to spend 7 years refining a course. You can do you and be a coach and use my structure. And that gives people the exercises, and then you can coach your people through on it. So those are the two types of people that I'm looking for. So if you identify in any of those areas, I'm like, oh my God, that's me. I'm a coach, and I really want to just get on with coaching people. I don't want to write and figure out War and Peace on a course and how to do it. Brilliant. And if you are in that group of people, you got to do the work yourself. If your money's not working, if you're not where you want to be financially, if you're not in the relationship you want, if you're not happy, if you're not confident, you can't then teach that to other people. It's like you go through the journey, and it means that when you give the work out, it just goes next level. So what is it? Gosh, how do you explain something so transformational is what it is? So it's very difficult to explain on like day-to-day basis how it is. I take you through my book, which is published. So you can also, if you want to, you can buy the book, right, and work on it in your own. But this is like a vamped up version of working on the book. So I take you through my book, and there are 18 weeks worth of exercises. So it's very intense. We start off meeting at my place here that you can see in the background. And we have a day together with all the participants on the course. There's 20 places available this year. I'm only doing 20. It was 40 last year. It was too big. I prefer getting to know people deeper, better, stronger. So 20 places this year. And we get to know each other for a day. Then there's 18 weeks of online course. So every week we meet for 2 hours online. I'll put you in a smaller group. So you'll have an hourly course, gosh, what a mouthful. You'll have an hour group call with your smaller group. And then you'll also need some time aside to watch the video, listen to the audiobook, or read the book, depending on which way you like doing it, and actually do the exercises and start implementing it in your life. Half of it is about you, your life, what you want, and what you think you need to get there. The other half of it is about money, savings, debt, investing. How do you get a safe structure around you? How is your money now? How would you like it to be, so you can start to understand how you could get your financial goals met in a world that right now, frankly, for a lot of people is very unstable. So it's very holistic. Like I said, I don't leave any stone unturned. If you just want to focus on money and get tips on getting rich, I'm not for you. If you want to really, if you've like done loads of money courses already and you still haven't got traction, this is possibly the time that there's a switch going to flip, because you're dealing with why your money's not working, and you're dealing with what you want and how to get it, and putting a plan in place to get it. So most people come into this course feeling apprehensive, not confident, like they're the only ones that haven't got their shit together with their finances when all their friends have, when actually, secret alert, no one's really got their shit together. Everyone wants to go to the next level and aren't where they think they should be. So you get your basics of your money sorted. So instead of feeling like, God, what do I do? You know, you might have had an inheritance, or you might have a lump sum, or you might have saved money already and go, geez, I don't even know what to do with this. Where do I put this money and how do I not F it up? Or you might be 5, 10, 50, £100,000 in debt and going, I don't know how to get out of this mess and it's swallowing me. So wherever you're at with your money, there'll be a place where you're like, this is insufficient and I thought I'd be further and I'd like to get to the next level. And we're going to do exercises that have you get flat on where you are and get the what so of where you are, and then move into, okay, what needs to happen? What's got to shift? What have you got to give up as a way of being to take your money to the next level? And then also, how does your life look? What do you want? Are you in a job that you love? Are you in a job that you hate? What needs to shift there? How are your relationships? How do you feel? Like, do you feel good when you get up in the morning? Or do you actually feel anxious and depressed and you don't really want to play ball? So again, wherever you're at, you'll take it to the next level. And generally, people come out the other side, and this is where I really recommend speaking to people who've already done the course, come out the other side with a much greater understanding of where they're at, where they'd like to be, a good idea of how they're going to get there. And I think the biggest thing is a community of people around you who are on the same journey. There's no naysayers in this community. There's just possibility, support, love. There's some tough love sometimes. I do get accused of that a lot. And it's tough love that just takes you to the next level. There's a hug when you need it. There's a shoulder to cry on when you need it. There's a high five and an amazing well done when you need it. And it just gives you a team and a community and a place to create the goals and the games and the money that you want to create without any of the naysaying that a lot of us have in our day-to-day life, where people just, you know, they care and they're worried about us and they don't really want us to like play outside the box. So they kind of want to keep us where we're at and just stay in a safe job and, you know, just keep going. We're all miserable, so let's keep going. If you've got that around you, this is the antidote to that. We start in February, the 24th, with where we kick off with a workshop day here. And then we go right through to the beginning of July, where we end in a 2-day client summit where you will meet everyone else in the community. And we have yet another, I mean, it's a standalone event in itself where we have a really transformative couple of days here, where I bring outside facilitators in. We have all kinds of amazing exercises that we do. We also do breath work, ice baths. We get a sauna on the drive. We go all in. So it's a bit like a mini festival. So if this is sounding like the kind of thing that you're looking for, and if you've got to be ready for this. It's a 5-month intensive course. I'm not messing around. If you're kind of like, well, I'm really busy or I don't really have the time, please don't. Like, do yourself a favor, save the money, wait until you have the time and attention to focus on your life properly. And if you are, you know, you're kind of like, do you know what? I'm good, but I'm missing like next level. And you've got people that are already in your community, or you've already got clients, or you're already in some kind of people helper scenario. Please, either one of those, come onto my website if you're not here already. Come on a clarity call. I do group clarity calls with people to really, like, I need to know about you as well. I need to know if you're right for the course and vice versa. Come on a clarity call, ask me any questions you've got. Yeah, but what ifs? How does this work? How does it, all of that stuff. Come on a live clarity call. I don't let people come onto the course unless they've been on a clarity call, either on a group call or with me in person. Everyone that I know that comes into community, I know personally, and have usually come in through some kind of referral. So it's a really safe space. So come and have a clarity call, sign up through the website, jump on a Zoom call with me, spend an hour working out whether this is really for you or not. Ask me anything. I'm unoffendable, and you can, if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you. And just ask me anything that you need to know to make sure this is right for you or not. And I super look forward to meeting you. And drop me a line. And if you want to put anything in the message on the clarity call of like specific things you're looking to achieve or things that you're dealing with, please put that in so I can make sure that's taken care of when we speak.